Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. A late-season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will take the first swing of the game. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the Badgers will call on their punt team. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Back to pass, it's Sampson. Makes his connection. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, in one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun. It's not really fun for this quarterback right now either with this dude rushing.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Makes the catch. It's Proctor. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Caught. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Getting some heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Badger! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes are on the move. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. They're getting this guy lathered up. Obliterates him, still on the move. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the offense. To the ground with the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. He'll try to tack on one more.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Stanford unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks there on the farm of what things were like when Bill Walsh and David Shaw were in charge. An A-plus performance from the Cardinal. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Demania. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first down.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most...
Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. Nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wisconsin! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be knocked down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll go to the ground. Nice move to keep moving. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Now on first down from the 30. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He'll keep it himself. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Pocket starts to going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try?
All kinds of running room. At the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Badger!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes with the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Just buried it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that, pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And thank goodness that was just a deflection, because this young man, we've seen him make big play after big play. He's the best in the nation at intercepting the football. So be wary when you throw that way. That might be a no-fly zone.
Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Wisconsin. What a catch and run for 6. Man, for the love of Tolzien and Stocco, what a day this guy's having.
And I think everybody gets the label as a Wisconsin quarterback as game manager. I think he's tired of hearing that. He said, listen, give me the rock, I'll spin it around, make some big plays, and he's putting on a show today.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David? And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
And the Badgers will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Powers through. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Up and over Yabo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers. And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed, he's got power, he's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're trying to get to him. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. At midfield, he's got room. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's right on target. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. They're going back to the ground. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Wiggles free. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Badgers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's got it. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands.
Touchdown, Wisconsin! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
42, Ohio State, 14.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Throws to the wideout. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 40. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll try the run. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Badger! And the route is on. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pollard. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And here comes the offense on second down.
Second down.
Trying play action. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Pollard. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And the stomping has commenced. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Tennessee managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll be singing from the top of Rocky Top after this one, no matter the final score. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide.
He's got it on the right. Bulldozes him. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They want to throw it. He caught it. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. Nice play there by the offense, but still a ton of ground to make up.
Yeah, this one's pretty much over, but listen, put that exclamation point on it. Finish the way you want to finish. Make sure your offense keeps that momentum going and can build throughout the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a 1st down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Going up top on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. snags it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Ohio State, 28.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Dumps it to the back. It's complete on the right side. They've got him down at the 40.
To the back.
15 yards. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Coming after him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit.
Number 18 in punt formation to kick it away.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Finds his man, they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Well, this was an offensive